Alright, so this is day 160 of my 120, and I think my last video was 153 or 155. But as of today, I got 160 days on this ship of my 120-day contract. If you're just getting in and you haven't been keeping up with my videos, this is your first video, whatever, I'm a merchant mariner, and at this current time, which is in June of 2020, the pandemic is, from what I see and believe, I guess in my opinion, is that it started to plateau out. But with all that going on, with my current ship, the company, the entities involved in, with the company, and then the current country I'm in, all this going on, I've basically been restricted here on the ship. Now, I can't, see, that's the problem. I was making these daily videos, and now that I only make them like once or twice a week, I don't remember what the last video was that I discussed with you guys. The daily videos, I kind of have a memory of like what I talked about yesterday, but I don't remember right now. So an update on what's going on. I think my last video I would have told you that we found a relief for me, but I won't be going with the rest of the crew in this massive crew change. We're going to this other territory to do the crew change because of certain issues we're having in this country doing the crew change. It just, all sorts of stuff comes up with it. Well, the relief crew was sent to another country, and we were going to be going to this other country here in like 3 or 4 days. Well, as of 2 days ago, the other reliefs got into this other country on the 5th. Now, they waited 5 days to test these reliefs to see if they were sick. They waited 5 days to test them. They didn't test them right when they landed. They waited 5 days in case one of them contacted somebody within flights or whatever. Now, so they tested them 5 days after, and I guess 2 or 3 of them, and mind you that it's this ship and 2 other ships all doing this massive crew change together, and all of the reliefs for all 3 ships are in this other country. Well, I think 2 or 3 of them ended up coming back positive and being sick. One of them being one of the reliefs that was supposed to be on this ship. So that, from what I know and what I've been told, is, it kind of left us dead in the water, because we were supposed to be leaving here in 3 days or 4 days. It's going to take us like 5 days to get there, and then the crew change is going to go on. Well, being that one of the reliefs for this ship tested positive, I would assume, these are my assumptions, just like everything that comes out of my mouth, I would assume that he or she needs another 2 weeks in quarantine before we could go pick him up. So, and the issue there is there's about 10 of them or so. Say the other 10 people, if we went and relieved those 10 people, like stayed on schedule, we leave here in 3 days, we leave those 10 people, come back here to this country, now that one person that tested positive and sick, even if they were in quarantine for 2 weeks over there, to fly them over here, they would have to be in quarantine for another 2 weeks because it's a separate country. So I think, like I said, we're dead in the water. I don't know everything. I'm just an AB. I got no say in what's going on or any clue of what's going on, but I would assume that because the guy got tested on his 5th day positive for being sick, I would assume we would have to wait another 2 weeks after that to go and pick up everybody, because otherwise it's kind of, a waste of money, I guess, or it just make things more complicated if we picked them up, came back, that guy sat in quarantine for 2 weeks, fly him over here to sit in quarantine for that. It just seems like a hassle to me. So my assumption would be that we're gonna postpone our departure for a few days, have that guy restart his quarantine, and then pick everyone up all at one time. But I don't know. And from what I know, Josh here has been in contact, texting one of the reliefs that's coming here. And I guess they had a meeting yesterday. They all had like a meeting of what was going to go on that end. But that was supposed to be like midday, and I get off at noon, so I don't know what Josh was told from the guys there about what's going on. I don't know all the information. I really, this is all just, I don't know anything really what's going on here. I know that it gives me a possible, I'm not assuming this is what they're gonna do. I would hope it's what they would do, but they did find me a relief, but they weren't able to fly him out to this other country to begin the 2-week quarantine with the rest of the people. Excuse me. And so we were gonna go pick up these 10 people off here, get 10 new people on or whatever. We're gonna come back here, and then my relief was supposed to fly out on July 5th and start his 2-week quarantine here, and then he'd relieve me. Well, I'm hoping and wishing that the company and the union was like, hey, if these guys have to sit there for another 2 weeks, maybe we should fly out this last relief that we weren't able to get in there on time. But I doubt that's what's going to happen. He's probably still not going to come out till like July 5th or whatever. But yeah, so like I said, I have to wait until everyone else wakes up and get the new scoop. But as far as I know, that's the update. We were scheduled to go do this relief, and one of the guys got positive that he was sick. So, us over here awaiting orders from the company and the governments and everything, I don't think we really knew what was going on, or we don't know what's going on quite yet. We're waiting for everybody to talk and figure out the new plan, I guess. I don't know, guys. Oh, I'm just getting tired of being here, though. And I got a buddy that he actually was able to get off another ship, but I think he had like 230 days on a ship, and that's just nuts. I think the third engineer on here right now is at 190. His situation was a little different because, for one, the pandemic, and then for two, they didn't have a replacement for him as well. But 160 days. I mean, I'm coming towards the end of 6 months here, and it's just a lot. Some guys might not think it's a lot. Some on other ships, I know other contracts are six months minimum, but that's, in my opinion, in my mind, it's just different because right now, been on this for 6 months. I've only got off the ship once, and it was to go to the eye doctor. We're restricted here. There's not a whole lot of free time or days off. We don't get any days off. I know other ships, from what I've heard, things can tend to be a little easier. You might get a half day off here and there. They call them safety Sundays, stand down Sundays or whatever, where you work till noon, then you take a safety day off to rejuvenate. You know, here it's 12 hours a day every single day. Now, I guess I could choose to not work my overtime, but what's the point in being out here? As I've said before, I'm here, we're all here to make money, so it'd be pointless to take that time off unless it was like, hey, take this time off, because we're not going to pay you for it. You need to chill. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm getting tired though, guys. I really am. So I'll keep you updated again, and whenever the next video is going to be, I'll make one maybe when we go to leave, because when we go to leave, I'll be doing nothing. Right now I got internet. When we go to leave, I won't have no internet. It's gonna be a sad time. Day 160. I'll see you guys in the next video.